Everyone, this is Spicy Chicken Spicy Boy with a spicy chicken review for you today. Today we are going to be not looking at a fast food, not looking at restaurants that are local here. We're going to be looking, in fact, at some chicken from my local grocery store's freezer. So we are revisiting the Tyson Anytizer brand of frozen chicken. Now, these Anytizers are just, in the freezer. You get a bag of frozen chicken pieces, and this is a new flavor. This is a lime chili Anytizer flavor. So Tyson lime chili Anytizers. It's a new product. It said new right on the package when I picked it up, and I have previously tried and reviewed the normal Anytizers. I think they were just like a spicy buffalo Anytizer, and these are a chili lime variant of that product line. So they're following up, a product which I did not think was incredibly good. They were quite dry, really dried out my mouth, as I recall. Now, I don't know if these are going to be the same as that with just like a slightly different flavor, or, maybe they mixed up the recipe a little bit and are changing things around for us. So what we have here, they come in a variety of sizes and shapes when they come out of the bag. So if you can get a look there, there's some that are long, some that are round, some that are just tiny little pieces like that. So it's, it's a grab bag of sizes and shapes in the Anytizer product line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be looking at, the quality of the chicken, the quality of the flavors. There's a breading on here, so I'll be taking a look at that. And then there is a flavor, the chili lime flavor that we're going to be assessing here a little bit and see what that tastes like. So I'm going to go ahead and bite one of these larger pieces. The one I just ate, that very tiny one, there's very few of those in the bag. This, is probably like your average size. And then there are some a little larger like this. And, a few about that big in there. So I'm going to eat one of the sort of medium to larger size ones, and I'll tell you what I think about the overall product here. I'm going to eat one more just to make sure I've got everything under control here. Well, first thing that does jump out at you is that lime flavor. There is a tartness, like a sourness to this. Yeah, it's like a lime juice soaking maybe in the breading. I'm not sure how they achieve that sour flavor. It's reminiscent of limes, though there's kind of a preserved quality to it, which I guess would be expected in a frozen bagged wing from your grocer's freezer, such as this. Well, they're not really wings, they're Anytizers. I don't know exactly what an Anytizer is made of. It appeared to be mostly white meat chicken in here. I can kind of tear one open. give you a little bit of a cross section. It does appear to be, if you can see, their actual piece of like white meat chicken. Not necessarily like the reconstituted chicken nugget style of stuff in there. It appears to be like a relatively reasonable little piece of chicken in there. And then there is a pretty thick breading on here. You know, these could have cooked maybe like a minute longer. It's not especially crispy. I did cook them within the suggested range, kind of at the higher end. So, you know, ovens do vary. So if you are going to be cooking them in your oven, you know, I'd check for crispiness. Some of the smaller ones, though, are a little more crisp. Have some decent crunch to them, but the larger ones could have possibly used a slight amount longer in the oven. And, you know, the breading's okay. It's kind of there's not much flavor to it. So I would say these actually are a bit less salty than the other Anytizers that I tried. I'm not getting the same dryness out of there. So does that have to do with the variability in the preparation or variability in the product? You know, I think they are less salty. So that's just not getting like hit with the saltiness. They do have that lime flavor, but the one thing that is conspicuously lacking here is heat. Chili lime, you know, perhaps, but the chili is not really in here. I'm searching for it in the flavors, and I just, like, there's like maybe a slight amount of heat, like a 1 out of 20 on the spice-o-meter. Really not spicy. Not like unseasoned, but the truly predominant flavor in here is that lime. You know, that being said, that's a little disappointing. Chili lime, I thought was going to be, you know, like a balance of heat and sour and savory flavors. All I'm really kind of getting is like a slightly oily breading, little bit of, you know, general seasoning, maybe a little bit of salt or garlic powder or something in there, and then that lime flavor. And that's about. It's not a tremendously flavorful piece of chicken except for that lime. And you know, and as far as that goes, the lime taste is not stupendous. It is sharp and sour, but it doesn't, you know, taste fantastic. So if you are in your grocer's freezer aisle, you know, maybe give them a chance if you want, but I would definitely suggest adding some additional seasoning to these. Maybe putting a little hot sauce on them before you bake them. Maybe having something a little more flavorful to dip them in. I really, you know, I might go get some sriracha to finish up this little plate here. Some kind of hot sauce, you know, maybe even like a spicy mayo or something. Because there just isn't a huge flavor here. It's a little bit underwhelming. And for that reason, I think in terms of like an overall rank, you know, they're not like a trash piece of chicken, but they're kind of, you know, they're just not really very good. I'm going to have to give them like a 4 out of 10. It's just really underwhelming in terms of the quality of the overall thing when you take flavor and everything into account. So, you know, Tyson Anytizers are not hitting a lot of home runs so far. I don't know if they're going to keep coming out with new flavors, new products, but the first two that I've tried that I've seen in the supermarket have been pretty mediocre. And that's really, you know, that's my assessment of the Tyson Anytizer line at this point. So, you know, I appreciate you watching the videos. You know, hit me with a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want more spicy chicken content coming your way. If there are other frozen brands of spicy chicken that you think is just going to be generally available at a supermarket that you think I should try to kind of one up the Tyson brand. I would be curious to know what brands of frozen chicken products might have a superior quality that would be available. So let me know down in the comments if you've got any hot tips on frozen chicken. I'm always curious to know. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is keeping it spicy, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks.